Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, but it's all for a good cause. I know by the title of this video you can already tell what I'm here to talk about. So yeah, I'm pregnant. Woo, yeah. So it was planned. I'm currently 29 weeks pregnant, which is about 7 months pregnant, and here is my bump. That's how far gone I am. Yeah, so that's my little bump there. Initially when I started my channel, I did say that I was going to talk about pregnancy, mommy duties, how to make your life more at ease with kids, baby food, baby updates and all of that. So my son was already far gone anyway, so I couldn't really start up with him. I'll say this one, I just want to document everything. I wasn't really sure if to put this out there. I'm still overwhelmed looking into the camera and speaking about it, but I'm trying to be more relaxed because I really wanted this one to be documented and we can all look back at these videos again later on. But I'm so excited. My little one is really excited as well. It's not been easy, I'm not even gonna lie. Pregnancy, women are super humans. Our body is super human, there's so many things that our body can even go through that we don't even know about. So I'm going to just give you a rundown of how my first trimester was and my second, obviously. I'll also make another video about my third trimester as well, and everything else as it goes. This video might not be for everybody, but it's to help the young mamas out there like us, like me, what to expect during pregnancy. Some of my friends who are getting married now, who are expecting, who are just getting started on your pregnancy journey, this video is for you. I'm just gonna go straight for it. Yeah, that trimester, OMG, was a disaster. It was nerve-wracking. It was like a roller coaster for me. My hormones were raging. I was literally sick the whole time. The whole trimester I was sick, I was weak, I was exhausted, I was nauseous. There's so many things that I couldn't do myself. I literally was always dizzy. I couldn't even stand 5 seconds without sitting down or lying down. Excuse me. That's how bad it was. When it comes to vomiting, I was able to stomach food, but I had food aversions. I had low appetite. I didn't want to eat anything. I was never feeling hungry. That led to weight loss, obviously, but I was keeping up with fruits because that helped me a lot. Yogurt, they'll help me. Water, you need to get water. Really, this size of the bottle that I usually drink the whole day. Try and always drink water because that helps a lot. This acidic taste in my mouth, it was metallic in a way. It's like when you eat bitter cola or when you eat walnut, and then you drink water. That's literally how my mouth tasted the whole time. One thing that helped my taste buds, when I eat something 2 seconds later, my taste buds changed again. So one thing that I used were ginger, sweet, anything ginger basically can always work. It'll help with the feeling of wanting to throw up, the feeling of having a bad taste in your mouth. They will always help. So I also got ginger tea as well, really helpful. There are other varieties as well, but whichever one works for you, and everybody's different. Another thing that also worked for me were mint. So basically any sweet that had mint. I did buy a couple of those wrap sweets in the pack. They were helpful, but they didn't last long. So I did get the mint. This is what it looks like. Yeah, so I got mint. I either had them in chewing gum or into it. There's a lot of it inside as well. It says it lasts over 2 hours, but trust me, for normal people with the normal system, it probably lasted them 2 hours. It didn't last me that long, obviously, because my taste bud was always bitter. I felt like I had to, I don't even know how many of these I consumed a day, but I was always having them in my mouth. When you're tired, it's just to get the enough amount of rest, because it's not a rush. You just started, your body's undergoing so much changes, you know. For me, it was a lot to take in. During my first pregnancy, I did feel sick. However, it was because I had malaria, so I didn't know what to expect, you know. But I felt like it was likely the same the whole time of my pregnancy. It's been the same with my first one. I wasn't sick on my second trimester, but the first one I was. Climb the stairs exhausted, get out of bed exhausted, sit down, watch a movie exhausted. I had to always lie down. That was how bad it was. I was really sick. I couldn't move. I was always dizzy, you know. It was terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. I am so happy that I was done with the first trimester. But let me tell you something here, because I was talking to some of my friends that were pregnant at the time, and I was always like, when is this gonna end? It was taking forever. It was like the whole time I was sick, it was like it was never gonna end. But I assure you, it is gonna end. It's too much to handle, but you get through it. Yeah, it's just that initial phase that you have to go through. But if you do not feel right, you do not feel like your system is going the way it should, always let your healthcare provider know. Whenever you feel that it might be wrong, it never hurts to like ask, or you know, whoever might be looking after you. My first trimester as well, you also experience, like, you might experience a little bit of bleeding, and you'll be scared that, oh, I've miscarried, I've done that, but it's completely natural. But any type of bleeding at all you find, heavy, light, spotting, let your healthcare provider know, let your doctor know, let your midwife know, and then they run some tests. I personally didn't remember if I had in my first baby, but for the second one I did have, and I was a bit scared, you know, because I couldn't remember if I had it before. But they did run a couple of tests on me, checked everything was fine, and I was just wondering, like, so what's the explanation for this? So it's probably like, because the initial stage that you're in, it's like an implantation bleeding or something. But whatever type of bleeding you get, make sure you let your healthcare provider know immediately. Try to eat a lot of fruits, because that's what I did. That was what helped me. When you cannot stomach any food, you're always vomiting. For me, I vomited when I ate some food that my system didn't like, not because I couldn't stomach it. Because I remember having sausages, and I was like my body was like, what is this? Like, what is this? I happened to vomit, or want to vomit, is when I'm brushing my teeth, so basically my tongue actually. But I found a means to go around it slowly, you get, and just take your time. You don't have to rush out the bathroom immediately. Yeah, you might experience like headaches, because my head was always banging. God bless my husband so much. He was there for me the whole time. He literally was taking care of me, taking care of himself, taking care of our son. It was really a lot for him, I'm not even gonna lie. But he did see the state that I was in, that I couldn't do anything. He literally cooked, washed, cleaned, bathed. I mean, it was so much to do, and he was working to make sure to get vitamins, like vitamin supplements. Immediately you find out that you're pregnant, try to get some means of supplements or vitamins, because you might not be taking all of the nutrients that you need, and obviously you're having no appetite to eat anything. So where you getting the nutrients from? So it's best to always have like vitamins that you're taking on the side. I'll show you what my one looks like. Is the vitamins I was taking. It's the Vitabiotics Pregnant Care. This is what it is. They do have this in Nigeria anyways, but it's good. It's 30, so you get like two. You have like two of this in here, and it's like 30 tablets altogether, and you take them for 30 days, once every day for 30 days. generally recommended. This one contains 19 vitamins and minerals that you probably didn't even know you needed, but you're no longer yourself, you have a human growing inside of you, so you need all of the vitamins, and your body is going to be adjusting to this stage. Your heart is going to be pumping so much blood. Yes, you're going to be overwhelmed. Yes, you're going to feel like there's so much pressure on your body, but don't worry, it's all part of pregnancy and that's how it is. But do not forget, always let your healthcare provider know, especially for first time moms that don't know like what to expect. Or I'll advise you go on YouTube, watch so many videos that you know you're not the only person going through it. So yeah, so it contains iron, folic acid, zinc, and all of that vitamins that you need in your system to help your baby grow. Yeah, I did get that was helpful to just get orange juice in my system was my son's drink. So it's basically like Capri Sun. This was what I was taking. It was my son's fruit orange juice. It's less sugar, less fats, less salt, everything. There you go. Yeah. Work water into your diet. My husband was shocked by how much water I was consuming a day. If you want to vomit even more, so pregnant women, drinking water is like a mission because they even vomit from drinking water. So I thought my one was bad, but some people's one are even more critical. But yeah, eventually I started drinking cool water, and I found out that it helped like reduce the acid reflux I was having, the heartburn I was having. It made me feel comfortable. So I just went. I know they say, oh, don't drink cold water, don't do this, but I had to. I'm not even gonna lie, I had to, because that was what helped me at the time. And obviously then we got into summer. It was freaking hot. It was too hot. We were all roasting. I can't be drinking lukewarm water you know, when it's really hot like that and uncomfortable. Two last things I'm going to talk about that I had was heartburn. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of heartburn because your body, your system is taking like a lot of time to digest your food, you know, because of the baby. And then the acid reflux I always had as well. It felt like my food was always here, like my food was hanging in my throat and it wouldn't go down no matter how much water I drink. So I was always having bad acid reflux. As a result, have the heartburn as well. But the only thing that eased me up, there was nothing I could do about it except drinking more water. But the thing that eased it up for me was I had to burp. So if you're that kind of person who naturally knows how to burp, that would be the best solution for you, because it's all part of gas stocked on your chest. It needs to come out. So it was only when, if initially it will feel like you need to vomit, but it's just gas, and then until I burp, that's when it actually relieves me. So yeah, now down to the second trimester. OMG, second trimester was literally my best. I didn't even feel pregnant at all. So the first trimester begins from like when you're pregnant, obviously, till like week 12, which is about 3 to 4 months depending on when you got pregnant. Yeah, and whilst the second trimester starts from that week 12 or week 14 to week 26 or week 27. Yeah, so then third trimester obviously is from 28 weeks till like 39 or 40 weeks, and then the fourth trimester obviously is after pregnancy, after you put to bed, which is like the breastfeed. The second trimester was really easy and smooth for me. Everything went well. I can even bet. Okay, so basically I started getting my strength back, my energy back. However, my morning sickness did last till 14 weeks thereabout. It did last till 14 weeks. So that was when I started feeling better. From the 15th week I started feeling much better. I started getting some energy. I was able to cook. I was able to do the dishes, able to like look after my son, you know, bathe him. I could as well stand in the bathroom for long hours. I wasn't doing too much because I didn't want to stress myself as well. You want to make sure that everything's going smoothly. You're taking it at a time. Do not stress or rush your body. I got so much rest as well. Still drinking my water. I was able to eat other varieties of food and fruits as well. Some fruits that helped me was not like banana or apple. It was mostly those fruits that contains water, like strawberry, grapes, you know, watermelon. They really helped with my taste bud, acid reflux. Signs you might be feeling your second trimester are body changes. So now your bump I start showing a little bit. I still had a little piccolo bump, which is like a small bump, but with my first I didn't start showing to like 6 to 7 months. Now I think 5 months, yeah, I started having like little bump. It looked like when you're overfed from food, so it looked like food belly. And then you start to feel a lot of baby movements. You know that your baby is there initially. When you feel the baby's movement, it's called quickening, and that was what I felt at the time. So yes, I still had indigestion, acid reflux, and had one headaches as well. They've all drastically reduced because I feel a lot better. I could do more things now, you know. But then the coronavirus happened. I did feel sad. You know, a lot of things was going on. The Black Lives Matter killings here and there, but yeah, but I got the support I needed at the time, and it really helped motivated me that there's so much to look forward to. A lot of things might be going on, but we're very grateful. I'm really thankful that I've still got my life. You know, there's so many different people that died from coronavirus. To see what God is doing in my life, you know, everybody's aware everything had to be virtual. Another thing I started experiencing were swollen gums and bleeding gums as well, especially when I'm brushing my teeth. Not like I'm brushing hard or something. It did go and come, so it's not really big of a problem, but it's never a bad idea as well to let your healthcare provider know. As obviously I'm a second time mom, I already had all of these symptoms before, so I knew what I was, you know, having. I knew what I was expecting. Another thing I did have was bleeding nose, yeah, but I don't know why I had it, but it's not like it was just drooling down, but literally I'll have like pains on my nose, and later I find out that it was because it was bleeding. And you know, so I didn't really do any. It always majorly happened in the night when it was cooler. Another thing that you're going to start experiencing is expanding stomach. Your belly is going to start expanding to accommodate your baby, and then you can now feel your bum, you can now rock it, you can now do your do okay. Yeah, but be sure to have your lotions, butters and oils prepared beforehand, because you're going to need a lot of that to avoid stretch marks. Yes, stretch marks on your belly, your thighs, your hips, your waist. You get a lot of stomach itch, you know, but avoid scratching it. So what I do is usually just either use shea butter, coconut oil, butter. You want to use some lotions that have vitamin E, because it also helps with elasticity. Avoid stretch marks, because after you put to bed is when you actually see the effect that it's left on your body. The thing that you have is aching boobs. Your boobs are gonna swell, they're gonna get engorged, they're gonna be so painful to touch, even to wash. When you're trying to bathe, it's gonna be painful, trust me. But yeah, it's gonna go away. Just try to massage it with your oil. Your body scrub should have some soft oil. Make sure you have generous amounts on those areas, especially in those areas: your hips, waist, tummy, yeah, and your back and your breast. Another good thing for me was that I did cut my hair. Forget this wig I'm wearing, forget the wig, it's a low cut down there. I did cut my hair in January. I found out that my hair grew rapidly, and it grew stronger, it grew faster. My nails as well, all part of the hormones. Yeah, it happens, and then you start noticing what they call pregnancy glow. I don't know if I have it but I'm gonna say it's been good for me so far, because I don't look that bad. My face isn't swollen yet. The whole swollen face and everything that makes you look like those typical pregnant women starts coming out at the end of the third trimester. But some women do get it early on, but I haven't got that. Some women have swollen feet, swollen hands. I did get swollen feet with my first child. Yeah, excess fluid, you know, that causes it. But right now I did try to always lift up my leg, elevate your leg up on the bed when sleeping in the chair. That also helps too. Then doing exercises, not strenuous exercise, will put your baby at risk or your body undergoing stress. So just light walking, strolling around, it helps a bit. It helps a lot, sorry. Doing stretches, prenatal yoga, those things help a lot. You might not get the strength to want to exercise, I know how that feels, but what helped me, especially as we were on lockdown, so you couldn't really leave your house. Where do you want to go to, excuse me, before the police asks you where you going? But eventually those things eased up and we can now stroll out from our houses and all that. But what I just usually do is, rather than sit in one place, I try to do little things here and there, arrange some bits and bobs, you know. Be active, stay active, do not stay idle, you know. You can dance or something, whatever your body feels like. Honestly, to be honest, every woman is different, so wherever your body feels like doing, do that. If you want to relax, relax, but just make sure that you're staying very healthy, you're very strong, you have enough strength, you know. Especially when you start feeling dizzy, do you want to be thinking of exercise when I'm about to drop down? No. So whatever your body tells you, go for it, okay? That always ask your midwife or your healthcare provider for advice. Your doctor book you an appointment for ultrasound. Yes, you can get to see your baby. I've had mine, which I'll show. First ultrasound, like about 8 to 12 weeks in your first trimester. How many you're carrying, you cannot see this, you cannot find out about the gender of the baby that early. It's just to check how the baby's doing. You know, you have urine samples taken, blood samples taken, they'll check everything, do a glucose tolerance test for you in your second trimester as well. So I did have my ultrasound done, and this is it. You might start gaining weight in the second trimester, just because you now have your appetite back, you can now eat a lot of stuff. But it's wise to always watch what you eat, you know. Everything has to stay healthy. If you do start to feel like cramps, abdominal pains, or you know, vaginal bleeding that's looking abnormal, do not hesitate to call your midwife, your doctor, your healthcare provider, wherever it is. Always let them know. You're going to have frequent urination from from the instant you get pregnant, but you're going to have a lot of toilet breaks because the baby's putting so much pressure on your bladder. And my friend would say the baby literally just took a chair and sat on your bladder. And obviously, because you're drinking so much water, which is good, just know that that's how much you're going to be going to the bathroom as well. Advisable to always sleep on your left side and your right, but not on your back, because there's so much pressure. Your baby might not get all the oxygen that it needs. Enjoy your pregnancy, enjoy every bit of it, enjoy what comes with it, because it only lasts for 9 months and then it's done. When you get to the end of your pregnancy, you're like, oh, I can't wait for this baby to come out, my bump is too big, my stomach is aching, I can't sleep, I can't do that. You're gonna even miss your bump eventually. You just don't do things in a rush, because it's not just you anymore. Yeah, so this is my pregnancy update so far. I'm really grateful to God. You know, it wouldn't have been anything other than God. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye my loves. Mwah.